Face ID, DNA scans, brainwave authentication, passwords. Are we on the verge of a new era where biometrics will completely replace traditional passwords? Well, it's certainly possible, and there are plenty of arguments for and against this new technology. But one thing is certain, this is an area to watch in the coming years. So let's talk about some of the most promising and most controversial biometric security methods out there. Let's start with Face ID. This technology uses facial recognition to authenticate users. It's already widely used in smartphones, and it's becoming increasingly popular in laptops and other devices. The idea is that it's more convenient than using a password or a fingerprint, which is true. But the technology has been far from perfect. For example, in 2018, researchers at a cybersecurity conference in the Netherlands demonstrated how a fake Face ID could be created using a photograph and some basic image editing software. They then used this fake ID to successfully trick a smartphone into thinking that it was the real thing. So it's clear that Face ID isn't foolproof, but the technology is constantly being improved. Another option is DNA scans. This method involves scanning a person's DNA to create a unique identifier. This identifier can then be used to authenticate the person's identity. The benefits of this approach are that it's extremely accurate and it can't be spoofed. However, there are some serious drawbacks. First and foremost is the cost. DNA sequencing is still relatively expensive, so this approach is not very practical for things like smartphones or laptops. Additionally, there are privacy concerns. If a company has access to your DNA information, what's to stop them from using it for other purposes? Another option is brainwave authentication. This method involves scanning a person's brainwaves to create a unique identifier. This identifier can then be used to authenticate the person's identity. The benefits of this approach are that it's extremely accurate and it can't be spoofed. However, the technology is still in its early stages of development, and it's not yet clear if it can be used to create a practical and secure biometric system. What do you think? Is it time to start phasing out passwords and embracing biometric security? Let us know your thoughts. And don't forget to subscribe for more updates. One of the biggest problems with biometrics is that it's almost impossible to fix if it's wrong. If you forget a password, you can reset it. But if your fingerprint does unmatch your device because your finger has been cut off or something like that, well, you're pretty much screwed. In theory, you could argue that you should be able to replace your biometrics like you can a password, but in practice, it doesn't work like that. Biometrics are permanent. They're part of who you are. You can't change them like you can a password. But despite these challenges, biometric technology is improving rapidly. And in the future, it may become the primary way that we authenticate ourselves. So it's important to start thinking about the implications now. What does it mean for our privacy, for our security, and for our convenience? Only time will tell. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe for more content. Thank you for watching.